Which of the following is not a vulnerability of the application layer? A. Application design bugs may bypass security controls. B. Inadequate security controls force all or nothing approach. C. Logical bugs in programs may be by chance or on purpose be used for crashing programs. D. Overloading of transport layer mechanisms. The correct answer is overloading of transport layer mechanisms. Which of the following is an example of application layer vulnerability? A. Cryptographic flaws lead to the privacy issue. B. Very complex application security controls. C. MAC address spoofing. D. Weak or non-existent authentication. The correct answer is very complex application security controls. Which of the following is not session layer vulnerability? A. Mishandling of undefined poorly defined. B. Spoofing and hijacking of data based on failed authentication attempts. C. Passing of session credentials allowing intercept and unauthorized use. D. Weak or non-existent authentication mechanisms. The correct answer is mishandling of undefined poorly defined. Which of the following is not a transport layer vulnerability? A. Mishandling of undefined poorly defined. B. The vulnerability that allows fingerprinting other enumeration of host information. C. Overloading of transport layer mechanisms. D. Unauthorized network access. The correct answer is unauthorized network access. Failed sessions allow brute force attacks on access credentials. This type of attacks are done in which layer of the OSI model? A. Physical layer. B. Data link layer. C. Session layer. D. Presentation layer. The correct answer is session layer. Which of the following is not an example of presentation layer issues? A. Poor handling of unexpected input can lead to the execution of arbitrary instructions. B. Unintentional or ill-directed use of superficially supplied input. C. Cryptographic flaws in the system may get exploited to evade privacy. D. Weak or non-existent authentication mechanisms. The correct answer is weak or non-existent authentication mechanisms. Transmission mechanisms can be subject to spoofing attacks based on skilled modified packets. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is true. Which of the following is an example of session layer vulnerability? A. Weak or non-existent mechanisms for authentication. B. Overloading of transport layer mechanisms. C. Poor handling of unexpected input. D. Highly complex application security controls. The correct answer is weak or non-existent mechanisms for authentication. Which of the following is an example of transport layer vulnerability? A. Weak or non-existent mechanisms for authentication. B. Overloading of transport layer mechanisms. C. Poor handling of unexpected input. D. Highly complex application security controls. The correct answer is overloading of transport layer mechanisms. Which of the following is an example of presentation layer vulnerability? A. Weak or non-existent mechanisms for authentication. B. Overloading of transport layer mechanisms. C. Highly complex application security controls. D. Poor handling of unexpected input. The correct answer is poor handling of unexpected input.